You know, today I think we're going to talk about two things. As the rain falls outside here at the HQ in central Vermont, we're going to talk about a place where you can ski where the rain probably won't affect it, even though I didn't go yet. And we're going to talk about ski rage. And I think we'll talk about that first because that'll be quicker and easier and something we can all at least relate to having seen. Maybe. I don't know. It is Tim from SkiRexMedia.com once again. Tim from SkiRex Media. And this week on the podcast, we're going to start with ski rage. Now, I did a piece on this just a quick news piece. It went all over the place, actually. I wouldn't necessarily say viral, but it was national news. And it would seem, and if you haven't heard about it, look down in the description. You can read my quick piece about it. But the sum up is some dude in Park City pulled over and just jacked up some girl. He was on skis. He was skiing downhill. He pulled to the side of the trail and jacked up some 17-year-old girl who was just standing on the side of the trail. Now, no one knows, at least not yet. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't heard if there was reason given, if the girl knew the guy, if the guy knew the girl, if she cut him off. It was something stupid. Who knows? We don't know that yet. But all we do know is my man rode up to her, screaming, yelling, jacked her up by the throat. Another person had to pull him off. So that's pretty bad. That's ski rage to the extreme. Now, I only say any of us can relate to this. Not necessarily that we can relate as we have done it. Now, I openly admitted that I have been part of more than one shit-talking match, with some punk kids or whoever, or in fact, one time in particular, I was on the side of a trail. There was my skis were on the edge of the trail. So there was a foot or so behind me, and some goddamn snowboarder kid. I love my snowboarding brethren, believe me, but this kid I didn't love because he rode back behind me and over my skis. He did it very purposefully. He cracked the back of my skis, a crack that still remains on the back of my skis to this day. And that led to words. We didn't catch up to him. We didn't chase him down and kick the shit out of him. We thought about it. I'm not even going to lie to you. All right, we weren't going to do that. But no, all joking aside, what he did, he was kind of a dick, this kid. And we screamed at him, and I'm sure he screamed something back. And he was an asshole, and that's just the way it was. Not because he was a snowboarder versus skier, not because he was a kid versus an adult. And I wasn't even much of an adult. Actually, yeah, I was. God, that was after the 2000s, so I was an adult. But yeah, we just shit talked each other because he was a dick and he just thought he was showing off for his friends and whatever. The point is that we all get pissed off at times. Now, what I can relate to, and don't think bad of me now because I'm sure some of you have had issues with this. Maybe. I like to road rage. I'm not going to lie. There are days behind the wheel and in the car that maybe the most words used by me begin with letters F and C. Not gonna lie about it. I'm trying to grow up. I'm trying to get out of it. Honest, I am. But there are times when you get pissed off. But get as pissed off as you want. If you're in the car by yourself, swear and let it out as much as you want. Don't go jacking somebody up. Who does that? Like I've never seen a fist fight at a ski hill that I can remember. I've never seen it. I've seen people shit talking each other. I've been part of that. Especially as a younger guy. I have seen close to fights, like in parks. Someone hits a jump, someone's sitting at the bottom of the jump, didn't see him, almost hit him, and then words, happen, and almost fist fights have happened. I've seen that. Never actually seen someone, though, ski up and jack some girl up by the throat for no reason. And this dude, I think it said he was in his late 30s, so he's just jacking up teenagers. Like it's a good thing, like it's a good idea, and it's definitely not a good idea. Now, like I said, you could read the story, and I gave you a quick overview. And my commentary on it is this: we all learn in grade school to keep your hands to yourself, and we know that doesn't always happen with everybody. I personally don't get in fights. I haven't been in a fight since I was a wee little kid, like a little single digits kid. So I don't get in fights, and I try to avoid them. However, I have been known to run off at the mouth from time to time, and I try not to do that now. I try to grow up and be a bit more of a mature person, a bit more of a better person, not so negative a person. But then again, I also lived in New Jersey for many years where traffic is insane, so sometimes swearing out the window might be okay. Might be. Then again, maybe not. Now, maybe I'm an asshole too. I don't want to be one. I really don't. I just want to be Tim from Ski Rex Media. The good-natured, fun-loving guy who skis when he can, who can ski when he can, and just do his thing. Keep your hands to yourself. Are you one of these road rager persons? Are ski rager people, snowboard rager people? Do you do that? I'm interested in that. You know what? If you do that and you're listening to this, write in and let me know. Tell me about fights you started or fights that were started with you. Let me know about these things. I want to know, what is it like to ski rage and why would you do it? And again, dude did something to me and ended up cracking my skis. If he hadn't done that, if I hadn't looked down and seen a piece of my ski chipped and lifted off of my rear tip, then I probably wouldn't even a second said anything about it. I just would have shook my head and like asshole and then moved on. But because I saw a crack, it was like, you motherfucker, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Just F, 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 F. And he threw F's and fingers back. And that's just, that happens. I guess you could say it shouldn't happen, but it does happen. But there really is no reason for it. And I guess this kind of bridges beyond the ski and snowboard world, man. Peace and love and all that. And I understand that you can't do that all the time, but I try to stay out of other people's way. I try to keep myself composed and together. I really do. But people get mad. I don't know. Keep your hands to yourself. That's basically where I'm getting at this. This is going to be the quick segment. We're going to talk about something else next. Again, I told you that I drove in New Jersey and we're going to be talking about something from New Jersey. But keep your hands to yourself. Don't get involved unless you have to. Like that dude. There was another guy who pulled the guy off the girl, the attacker off the girl. If you have to do that, then by all means, keep people safe. But don't escalate it, all right? This isn't Tim. This isn't your buddy Tim from Ski Rex Media saying, if you see somebody jacking up a teenage girl, you and your buddies pull him off and then start laying the boot to him. Don't do that. Pull him off. If Ski Patrol happens to show up, great. But they're not cops. They're more like, they're rescue. You know that. I know that. But they will help you. We'll get the police involved, security and police, and they will do what needs to be done, and it is being done. This guy is getting charged with child abuse, which absolutely 100%. And if there's other assault charges he can be, have filed against him, that too. Like, he should know better. He should, and we all should. And I think that's all I have to say on that. That just, the reason I bring it up is because the written piece just went skyrocketing, man. People, well, if you follow the Ski Rex Media social media accounts, Twitter and Facebook, you see every Sunday I do the top post from the week. I don't do new posts typically. I do the top post for the week just to see where we're at. And that one, along with the two snowboarding kids in Vermont who were just riding down the middle of the road, I don't know what that was all about. But shout out to the Vermont State Police Department for taking those two off the road. They needed it. I lived very close to where that happened. I lived about a town and a half over. That's where I grew up. That's where I graduated from high school. That's where I lived. And that's not a road you'd be messing around with in snowstorms, not like that. Like, if you got to drive it, go for it. It's paved, but the storm up there on that mountain gets worse than it does down in the valley. And it's not a place to be snowboarding down the road, down the center of the road, especially if it's after dark. And I think it was there. In any case, that story, and then the guy beating on the girl in Park City, Utah. But why do you all like the criminal stories? Why is that? I don't know. It's just something to read. I'm just messing around. But those were the top stories. So that is why I bring up the the assault story, because keep your hands to yourself. That's me pushing you to our good deed for the day, week, the winter. Don't get into any ski raging. Don't do any ski raging. If you do ski rage, or if you've been a victim of ski rage, let me know. I'd love to hear that story. I really would. Maybe we can try and get guests on. I think I have the hardware issues not totally solved, but might be able to get guests on again. I don't know. We tried it once before. It kind of worked the way we did it, but I think we need to do straight phone calls. So if you have ski rage stories, if you are a ski or snowboard rager, or you've been a victim of it, let me know. Write in, message me, use email, do what you got to do. Let me know, and we'll talk about that more. Or we can just talk about ski rage again. But this guy's a jerk off. You don't go jacking up teenage women like that. That's just not cool. And he's going to go to jail, and he probably deserves it. So there's my thoughts and opinions on that. Now, the second topic for today. Outside it's raining. And it was actually raining in some of the higher elevations here today in Vermont and in New England, all the way up to Maine. It's been raining. It's just been, you know what? If you don't mind the rain, it was a nice spring day. It was 50 degrees. It was raining. Of course, it was cloud covered because it was raining and whatnot. But it wasn't a bad day, unless you're a little disappointed that it's the second week, or are we still in the first week? I don't know. Today's December 9th or 10th, whatever Tuesday is, Tuesday night. If you listen to this on the day it goes out, last night is when I'm doing this. But it's a little disappointing to have this rainy day when you finally had snow on the ground. And I shouldn't be disappointed, because right now I live in the valley. I live in a little river valley on the eastern border of the state, the border with New Hampshire. So I'm not totally surprised when you hear places getting 6, 7, 8, 9 inches of snow, and we only get 1 inch or 2 inches. Like, I'm good with that. But the rain, the rain's falling out there. It's still going. I can hear it, dripping off the old tin roof and whatnot. And I gotta say, segue in, that's got to be one of the better advantages of that Big Snow America down there in New Jersey. Now, I want to bring this up for a couple reasons, because one, I'm kicking myself in the ass for not finding my way down there for opening day. That was stupid of me to do. As someone who is trying to build something in ski and snowboard and winter sports media, that was foolish. The first friggin' indoor ski facility on the continent opens in a place I'm not overly familiar with, but I saw that thing sitting empty, and I'm pointing that way because it's south. Sitting empty for years. We used to pass through that part of the state a lot. I lived further south than that. I lived in central New Jersey, not terribly far from the shore, but definitely not on the shore, but not far from the shore, down in Ocean County, New Jersey. And we anytime we'd go through that part of North Jersey, we'd see it, and you look up at the building, and it was obvious its use. And, so for years it was like, God, that would be so cool to try. I'm interested in trying it, but we'll get to that. So now it finally opens, and I'm not there. And the funny part is I made a joke at the Highfalutin Ski Bum guys on their Twitter, because they said they were down there, and, they were talking about it, and I said something to them about it. And one of my responses was, God, even unofficial networks had a Tim there, but Ski Rex Media didn't have the Tim there. Tim from Ski Rex Media. I'm the only one in Ski Rex Media. I should have been there. I really should have. So I'm kicking myself for that, because again, like I said, skiing, snowboard, winter sports media, and two, the connection to New Jersey. Plus there were, famous people there, which I should have known was coming anyway. We all knew that was coming. For something that big in a place like that, there's going to be famous people. And with Lindsey Vonn just moving there, because she and PK Subban live there, it only made sense to get her in on it. So that was cool. Kelly Clark was there as well. I saw pictures of her, and I have my Kelly Clark story, which I don't think I've told here yet. One of these days I'm going to have to tell that, or maybe I'll save it for the book. I don't know. But I think it's really kind of awesome. And on the first day, there were reviews going out all over social media. Not even reviews, just people talking shit on Facebook and Twitter. Per usual. That's a big thing in social media. And people were hating on it and then people were loving it. And I try to sit in the middle of everything, on the line, be balanced, in everything I do, in my life. And I don't see, I can see how you might not love it, but I don't see why you would hate it. And a lot of that hate was being thrown from these try hard guys who say if it's not outside in the powder, then it's not real. It's not real skiing. It's not real snowboarding. These try hard types. You've seen them. You know who I'm talking about. They think that their type of skiing and riding is it. And if it's not in the powder, if they're not out there at day one powder and skiing and, doing whatever they do, or up in the big mountains, like, if you're not backcountry, you're not real. We get it, dude. You think you're great. You think you're awesome. I'm happy you can do what you can do. But don't knock something that's different. It's not about better or worse. It's about different. And I think it's kind of cool. I'm getting ready to try it. We're planning our trip down probably in February, March, if we can pull it off. And because I don't really want to go by myself. I'd like to go with somebody. I can go by myself. Like, I'm not afraid to go by myself. I just would rather go with somebody. I think that would be awesome. Let me get a drink here. I would love to go with someone else. So we're kind of thinking February or March. Go down there, check it out. We know it's not going to be much, because how much could it possibly be? And here's another thing I don't understand about the hate. Like, the hate free throws, like they thought it was going to be an entire, it feels like these people think it was going to be an entire mountain, just encased in a giant dome, like under the dome style, like Stephen King style. And that's not what it is. It's 3 trails and a small terrain park in a giant freezer. If you've ever worked in retail, grocery, or logistics that has to do with food distribution or something, you've been in, or restaurant work, kitchen work. You've been in walk-in freezers. You may have been in warehouse freezers, which, no pun intended, are actually kind of cool in themselves. And that's all this is. It's a big sloping freezer. That's what it is. Simply put, I mean, granted, the engineering and everything, about it is going to be a bit more complicated. I'm not an engineer. I'm just, some goofy guy who, makes podcasts and does writing about skiing and snowboarding and Olympics and things like this. And, but it's just a giant freezer with a hill. So I don't know what their actual expectation of it was. Like, I don't get how you could throw so much hate after something that you can only expect to be, 1 or 2 trails, maybe their little terrain park, and a lift. And I think it's kind of awesome that they have a quad inside there. Like, it is a big building. I've seen it from the highway, and I've been to the Meadowlands as well, and long before this opened. And it is a big building, but it does have a quad. It does have the 2 surface lifts, but it can only have so much inside, and I don't understand at all why anybody would think it would be more. But I do see the awesomeness is in it. And some people are hating on it, like it's stupid, I'll never try it. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, living in New Jersey in July, and if you live in New Jersey in July and you are one of these try-hard guys, and here's how you could tell if they're a try-hard. If they're talking shit about being in the outdoors and the powders and ski, and it's a lifestyle, and you kind of feel like they're full of shit, here's what you ask them. Where do they ski in the summer? And if they're saying anything that sounds right, like any of the summer places we have in the United States, which aren't many, then the places they have in Canada, which aren't necessarily many, glacier skiing, the summer, some of the summer places out west that stay open, like, God, who was open? Mammoth Mountain was open well past July 4th, places, Arapahoe Basin was open on July 4th. If they're not saying that, if they're not saying, well, shit, I don't go to Colorado in the summer, or if they're not saying we didn't go to Argentina or Australia or South Africa, if they're not saying that, then they're full of shit, because it's like, why are you talking then? If you want to get turns in, go up to the big snow at the American Dream Mall. Like, it's right there. You can go on July 5th. And I wouldn't go on July 4th. Not because I'm not patriotic, but that place I will guarantee is going to be fucking jumping on July 4th, man. It is a destination resort. It is still yet to be seen on how big it is. But July 4th, now I could be wrong. A lot of people in New Jersey run for the beach on July 4th and you can't get a parking spot. One year we went to see fireworks at Point Pleasant and walked at least a mile or two in, which isn't far. But when you're just parking to go to the beach for the fireworks, it kind of is far. So that's whatever. But anyway, in the middle of summer, like I'm actually looking forward to that at some point in June, July, August, September, or even October. Getting in my car, taking the ride down there, getting my 2 or 3 hour, 4 hour session, whatever it is, and then coming back to Vermont. I think it could be cool. But maybe that's me. I see the practicality in it. I see it as, you're right. It is going to be different. And I don't know how, I can't say I don't. Here's the deal. I don't know how it will compare to skiing and snowboarding outside because I haven't done inside at all. In my mind, it's going to be a little bit more tedious because it is going to be the same 1, 2, 3 trails, 1, 2, 3 trails, surface lift, quad, surface lift, quad. Maybe go through the terrain part. Not that I'm a trickster, but I'll try. Maybe, and maybe get a hot chocolate in there and then come back out into the sweltering heat. I see how that could get tedious compared to being up on a mountain where you have 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 trails, whatever it is, to choose from, the ever-changing sky, the ever-changing weather, maybe see animals. Like, I see that. I see how that could be. It could get boring really fast. Like, I could see that. But then they're only doing 2 to 4 hour sessions. So how bored can you get? So I kind of get that point. But again, it's not, I can't say it's better or worse. I can only say different, that it's a different animal. And that's what I'm saying. Now, I saw the pricing. I don't know if, what is it, $35, $45 for 2 hours? I can't remember. And if I open my computer now, it'll be in front of the camera. And I know that doesn't matter to you audio version guys, but that might matter to the video version. So $35, $45 for a 2 hour session, it might feel a little pricey to me. I don't know. Plus, like from here driving down, and even from Manhattan driving across or catching the train across or whatever, the bus, I don't know how they worked out the public transportation. It might be a little pricey, but again, it's 365 days a year you can go anytime you want. It's open. I think they said it's open till 10. It's 10 to 10 every day. So you could be skiing into the evening after work. Like even, night skiing isn't even open till 10 o'clock in some places. Like they usually close down at 8 or 9. So I see all the positives of it. I don't, and I mean, I guess I can see the negatives too, but I'm not going to get into the negatives. I want to check it out. I think it's cool. They have these things all over the place around the world, except for here. So I say, let's try it. I say everybody go try it if you can. I know some of the people who listen and watch this podcast and program and talk on social media, SkiRex Media, you're New Englanders and you're New Yorkers, like down from the city, and New Jerseyans. Man, get out, give it a shot. Why not? I mean, it is only $35. Why not? And that's, I mean, it might be a little bit more if you need to rent, but, that's okay too. Give it a shot and then check out the mall. Go to Auntie Anne's and get some pretzels. I love that place. So I see that and I love it. I think I would love it. I think I will. I mean, then again, I could be wrong. I'll go there and maybe I'll hate it and I'll think it is stupid and they should close it. But no, I'm pretty sure I'll be down with it just to try it. So what do you think about that? I actually had one of the friends and fans of the SkiRex Media, Eric Kaplan, said he's not all too interested, but he will try it and said if I go, let him know and he'll go. So maybe we'll go down there as a SkiRex Media group and check it out and hang out for the day. I don't know because I don't know exactly when I'm going yet, but do you want to try it? Do you think it's stupid offhand without trying it? Have you tried it and want to share your experience? Again, let us know here. Well, let me know here at SkiRex Media. Email it, message it through Facebook, direct message it through Twitter. The email address, it's on the website. just like I said with the ski rage topic, with this topic, if you have something you want to add, if you have a story you want to tell, if you've been to Big Snow America or Ski Rage, if you've already been to Big Snow America and you ski raged on someone in there and security had to come drag you into the parking lot, or even if it didn't escalate to that point, let me know. Go ahead and email me. Go ahead and DM me. Whatever it takes, let me know. And we can talk about it. And I'll bring up the story, or maybe we can get you on the show and you can talk about it too. And I think with that, since we're getting into emails and stuff and where to find them and how to find them, I think we'll end today's SkiRex Media Rantcast with that. So thank you for listening and watching if you did. Again, these are just my commentaries and thoughts on these things and just to get the news out there a little bit. How to get in touch? Start in the description, whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Buzzsprout, where it is hosted. In the description, there will be all the contact information you need, the Twitter page, the Facebook page, the email, the website, skirexmedia.com. That'll have all the information there to find each one of those. The Patreon site, I do use Patreon site, and there is one patron on there who's hooking me up, and that's awesome. That's a step in the right direction. If I'm getting paid a little even, that means I'm a professional, and it may not sound it, and it may not look it, but I'm trying. So all that's down there, including in this episode, links to the two pieces, my piece on Big Snow America, which was just news about the opening, and my piece on the ski rage incident in Utah. Again, just a news piece. Just two news pieces, no editorializing or anything, just news pieces. This is my editorializing. So check out those links. Check all that out. Get in touch with SkiRex Media if you have something to say. And again, today, I've never seen this at a ski hill bit. You've all seen that bit if you've been to skirexmedia.com and you've read my written content. You've seen that, and it was just an offhanded picture that one of the guys, Patrick Hutton, sent in from Colorado. He was at Keystone. He had a picture and he sent it to me. He said, "Look at this." And I asked him, "Dude, I'm gonna, can I use this?" And I did, and I put it up. I'll even put that one in the description too. That'll be fun. So if you have something to say, don't be afraid. Don't hesitate to contact. People do it all the time. And so we do have some show interaction, some SkiRex Media action. It's kind of a community that we're building here. And I like that and I enjoy that. And I'd like you to be part of it. So again, check the description, skirexmedia.com, SkiRex Media Facebook, SkiRex Media Twitter, SkiRex Media Patreon, SkiRex Media this, that, and the other thing. If you put it in to a search engine, you'll find us. Just go to skirexmedia.com. You don't have to memorize all that other stuff. If you go to skirexmedia.com, you'll find it all. Or if you check the description on your chosen way to watch or listen to this, you'll find all that information. All right. So I'm letting the rain get me down in Vermont here, but in other places of the country, it's still snowing. But New England will catch back up. We'll get our snow again. Don't you worry. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. Let us know where you're skiing and riding this week. Take it easy. Be careful if you go out. Be careful in the avalanche zones in the backcountry. Check the forecasts before you go out. Make sure all your equipment's good, all right? Be safe. Take care of each other. Have a good weekend. Ski or ride if you can. This is Tim from skirexmedia.com. And if I'm out there and you're out there, let me know and I'll take a run with you. All right, man? See ya.